Time slices. In this course, we will learn how to set up and effectively utilize time slices. Time slices enable user-defined repeating time patterns. For example, defining weekends, weekdays, peak or off-peak times. We could define input data that only applies for these specified time periods, or we could also use the time slices when viewing summary-level solutions. Time slices are created using patterns, date from, date to, and they also can be read in from a text file. Time slices is a class in PLEXOS, and time slice objects are created in a similar way to other objects. Using a time slice. First, we create a time slice object by right-clicking on the time slice class in the objects tree and selecting New Time Slice. We would then name the time slice. In this example, the name of the time slice is off-peak. The second step is to define the property time slice include. This property has only two values, yes or no. But then we additionally define the time period using a data file, date from or date to, or a pattern. In this example, we have set include to yes and defined a pattern of hours 1 through 8, representing the first hours of the day. Once we have created the time slice and defined the repeating time pattern, we move on to step 3. In step 3, we apply the time slice to a property using the time slice field. In this example, we see region load property is set to 480 megawatts for the time period defined by off-peak. So in summary, to use a time slice, we have to create a time slice object, define the time slice include property, and apply the time slice to the property of choice. Time slice patterns. In PLEXOS, we have a range of symbols that could be used to define your time patterns. These include H for hours, W for day of the week, and the rest of the examples can be seen here. So the question is, how do we combine these to make more complex time patterns? We have some examples here. If you are looking to AND patterns together, use a comma. For example, H1 through 3, D2 to 6. This pattern applies only at times 12 a.m. to 2:59 a.m. on the 2nd through the 6th day of the month, every month. To set up OR patterns, use a semicolon. For example, H1 through 3, W2 to 6, and then H12 through 18, W1 to 7. This pattern applies at times 12 a.m. to 2:59 a.m. on weekdays, Monday to Friday, or between 11 a.m. and 5:59 p.m. on all days. We also have the exclamation mark as the not operator. In this example, exclamation mark summer, the pattern would apply to all periods that are not defined by the time slice summer. Where have we seen patterns before? These patterns, like H1 through 8, may seem familiar to you, and that's because we've seen them in our existing exercises when we define the region load. It's important to note that the time slice field can contain a pattern, such as H1 through 8, or a time slice object name, once that time slice has been created. To maintain chronological order in the column, use H01 instead of H1. This can be seen in the ordering below that shows hours 1 through 8, then hours 9 through 17, and finally hours 18 through 24. Solution view by time slice. To view solutions by time slices, we have to specify them in the report memberships before we even run the simulation. The main steps are to first create a new lists object and assign time slices to this object. Lists are found in the bottom left of the System tab. The second step is to highlight the report object in the Simulations tab. Then go to the memberships tree and right-click on Lists. A drop-down will appear, and from this list, select Memberships. This will open a page where we can create the membership between lists and reports. This will allow us to view summary-level results by time slice in the solution files.